I'm Lizzy with Long Distance Gamers, and today I'm going to be talking about Neuroshima Hex Pirates. What do I think about this expansion in particular? I'm not going to go over how to play Neuroshima Hex by itself. I'm just going to go over this army. So, of course, you have this that comes in there, which lists all the different types of armies we got. I'm just going to go over a few of my favorite. So this is the headquarters, and this is one that will be on this outer rim. These are what's called the water, which the water is unique because it's adjacent. This water space is adjacent to these two spaces, as well as this water space and this water space. So these end ones just are not used. So when they're in the water, they cannot be voluntarily moved. So if you get a move token, you can't move it over here. However, at the end of every battle, you will be moving them clockwise, and then you can rotate them in any direction that you want. Some of my favorite ones, this one is the water gun. This is my favorite because it's very similar to one from New York, but this one will attack 3 right next to it, 2 away, and 1 3 away. However, unlike New York, they would only hit the first one in line. This one would affect all 3 of these. So it would hit all of them. So if the headquarters is right here, it would hit the headquarters for 3. But then it would also hit something over here for 2, for instance, and 1 there. So that is pretty awesome. And then the wave will affect any of these sides. It'll be this side, so on and so forth. It'll affect all 3 of them. It'll damage every last space. So if we did it on this side, it would damage all of these. Anything except for the headquarters. So ally or enemies would all get 1 damage. So if we, for instance, did this side, it would knock out this water gun. That's a nice way to get rid of it. It's kind of like a mini one of the bombs from Moloch, which is kind of nice. This is an implant, which we saw implants in Mephisto. But this allows us to call a battle at every turn, which is awesome because if you want to call a battle, you can. You don't have to. But if you're in an optimal space, you don't have to draw the battle tile. You just have to have this token somewhere out here. So that one is really nice. So this one is called the Crocodile, and you can see a nice big crocodile in the artwork, which is pretty cool. It has what is called charge. So what happens is it will damage the one right next to it on 1. And then if it has eliminated it, it can move into its space and then, rotate. So if, it wants to hurt something over here as well, and then it can do that. So that way it can get rid of some things. Or if, there's a unit here, and we can get rid of that unit, we can do that. And then turn it towards the headquarters, for instance, and be able to damage the headquarters a little bit. This one is super cool. So it does go off on 0, so it is super slow. However, that icon, this is called the boss man. This is called boarding. So when you place this one on, as long as it is not the final turn of the game, so as long as someone hasn't drawn their last tile, you can still place this. As soon as you place it, you can decide to start a battle. So that way, if you're in an optimal space, everything's set up the way you want, you can cause a battle. You could put this guy right up to the headquarters if you wanted, even. So, but those are a few of my favorite pieces from there, and that's basically the main ones. There's some that, like this one, has 2 melee in 2 directions and ranged in 1, and this one that has to go in the water, which this symbol means it has to be in the water, but it has 2 ranged, and it has some armor. So there are some really nice heavy hitters, and a nice net that can go in the water, or has to go in the water, I should say. But the artwork is really pretty too. So many boats. Like boats, but I guess, they're pirates, so they got boats. So that's the basic concepts on what you get in Pirates. So I have to say, I absolutely adore this. Neuroshima Hex is my 3rd favorite game of all time. If you look on the rest of the channel, there's multiple videos. There's a Neuroshima Hex ranking army. There's a how to play remotely. There's the Pirates expansion. And now there was the Beast expansion. And now there's the Pirates. And Pirates, I say, I adore. So my all-time favorite army is Smart. This one is right underneath it. This one has actually surpassed New York for being my number 2. So New York is now my number 3. And Pirates is my number 2. I love all these cool ones, and I love the use of this outside board and the having to move, because even if this is netted, it still moves. It just takes 1 damage. But just doing that and then trying to decide when you move which way you want to point, because sometimes these are empty, so you're not really sure what your enemy is going to do. So you have to decide what to do. Sometimes maybe you want to net this, so that way this unit and unit can't be placed here to hit your headquarters, stuff like that. So it's something I just really enjoy, that thinkiness, being able to use this outside row, because this is a 2-player only game for me. I do not play Neuroshima Hex with more than 2. So we never use this outside board, but now with the Pirates we do, so it's really cool. So I do rate this a 9.75 out of 10. So absolutely adore it. So highly suggest you pick this up. It's kind of like a normal base one that you can get in the box with just a teeny tiny little bit of extra rules. So if you've already played the 4 that come in the base box and you're looking for a new one, this is one that I would highly recommend you picking up, especially if you like the pirate theme. But until next time, just remember to have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.